Saeed Zainali's mother warned that if her complaints towards the leadership continues to be ignored, she will start a sit-in protest in front of the Supreme Leader's office, or the Assembly of Experts, following the attack towards Saeed Zainali, which led to his arrest and disappearance in 1999. His family recently complained to the Assembly of Experts about the Supreme Leader of Iran. On Wednesday, the 29th of April 2015, the Amnesty International and the Human Rights Watch expressed great concerns regarding the arrest of tens of political activists from the Khuzestan province by the officials of the Ministry of Intelligence. It is reported that there are many children present among the people arrested. According to the Revolutionary Court's summons, the first meeting regarding a new investigation into Narges Mohammadi's charges will be held on Sunday the 13th of May 2015. Last week, a number of municipal officials of District 6 of the city of Tehran attacked the street vendors on the eastern side of the sidewalk in Haftir Square and physically harmed them, as well as using pepper spray. On Sunday the 26th of April 2015, Rasoul Bodaghi, an imprisoned teacher who was scheduled to be released in less than 3 months, was transferred to an unknown location under the pretext of being transferred to the Evin court. On Sunday the 26th of April 2015, Ali Reza Hashemi, the Secretary General of Iran's Teachers' Organization, was transferred to Section 8 of the Evin prison. Furthermore, the Director General of Tehran's Legal Medicine Organization informed of the death of 433 people from Tehran alone, which was a result of work-related accidents. Ebrahim Madadi, Dawood Razavi, Mahmoud Salehi, and Esman Esmaili, 4 labor activists and members of the Wahed Workers' Syndicate, were all arrested on International Labour's Day. Reportedly, members of the Wahed Workers' Syndicate were prevented from celebrating the International Labour's Day as they were distributing flowers and sweets among drivers and workers.
Mohammad Saeed Hussein Zadeh, a civil rights activist, was sentenced to 7 years in prison by the lower court. Mr. Zadeh, along with several other civil society activists, were arrested in August 2014. Omid Ali Shinas, Arzu Rostami, and Ali Nouri were arrested on charges of acting against national security and propaganda against the regime. They were detained by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards and transferred to Section 2A of Separ Pasdaran. The sentences of the rest of the arrested people have not yet been issued. Mohammad Reza Ali Payam, a poet, critic, and a former political prisoner, was transferred to Section 8 of Evin prison. Samad Khatibi, an artist and filmmaker, was arrested and transferred to Evin prison. In the recent presidential election of Iran, he was very active for Hassan Rouhani's election. The Director General of the Environmental Protection of Northern Khorasan announced that the execution of the killer of the Environment Watcher, Saeed Parham, has been issued. Furthermore, Bakhtash Abdin, a poet and filmmaker and a board of director for the Iranian Writers Association in Iran, has been interrogated for 2 days by the Iranian security force. On Tuesday the 28th of April, Hussein Nourani Nejad, a political activist and a member of the Participation Front, was transferred to Evin prison to serve 1 year in prison on charges of propaganda against the regime and acting against the national security. On the morning of Sunday the 26th of April, 4 prisoners were executed in Iraq. There is no information about their identity and the charges. The authorities and official bodies have not yet released any information about this situation. On the morning of Wednesday the 29th of April, the death sentence of a man accused of murder took place and he was executed in the central prison of Qazvin. During the trip of Hassan Rouhani to the city of Shiraz, 4 young members of the reformists who were welcoming the president were arrested. Due to the conflict between the prisoners and the prison security guards in the Adalabad prison of Shiraz, security forces entered the prison and beat the prisoners. On Thursday the 30th of April, Ehsan Daulat Shahi, a former member of Iran's liberal students and graduates, was transferred to Evin prison in order to serve his 6 months imprisonment sentence, which was related to the time he was arrested in 2009. On Sunday the 26th of April 2015, another Baha'i citizen from the Hamadan city by the name of Mehran Khandal was arrested by the security forces. According to the order of the deputy prosecutor, authorities from Evin prison threatened the Darvish prisoners in the hospital by sending guards from the prison to put hand and leg cuffs on them, otherwise they would have been transferred back to the prison. During the past week, the authorities of Evin prison prevented the transfer of a Darvish prisoner by the name of Reza Entasari to the Shohada hospital due to his rejecting to wear the prison uniform, which was ordered by the assistant prosecutor of the prison, Mr. Khoda Bakshi. Ali Younisi, the advisor for President Rouhani, was prevented from continuing his speech in the city of Garash in the Fars province. In this conference, Ali Younisi, despite supporting Hassan Rouhani in regards to his speech which said, "Police are not the presenters of Islam and they must only enforce the law," announced that the president is not the presenter of Islam and he only has to enforce the law. On Wednesday the 29th of April, the second trial for Muhammad Ali Taheri, the founder of Irfan Halqe mysticism, was held. At the same time, a group of activists related to Irfan Halqe had gathered in front of the Revolutionary Court in support of Mr. Taheri. On Tuesday the 28th of April, security and intelligence officers attacked the center of a non-profit institute known as Madad Kari-e-Reza in the city of Tehran, immediately closing down the center. This institution, which has been running with the help of a group of Gonabadi Dervishes and which is fully funded by the Gonabadi Order, has been active in the care of the elderly and poor for more than 20 years. Reports of this occurrence have been covered internationally. On Monday the 27th of April, the Press Supervisory Board branded the Today Women magazine edited by Shahla Sherkat as having a lack of respect for women's rights. The lawyers of Sohail Arabi, a prisoner sentenced to death, has complained that 3 local websites, Od Jaham News, Dana and Fars News, have reportedly published lies and false facts against Sohail Arabi. The Free House organization announced in their latest report regarding freedom of the press during the previous year that Iran ranks as one of the 10 countries with the least freedom in the media. According to the official website of the Iranian Writers Association, Reza Khandan Mahabad, an author, literary critic and member of the Iranian Teachers Writer Association, was summoned to the Intelligence Central Office.
Sayyid Muhammad Ibrahimi, a human rights activist in the field of women's rights, was taken to the hospital for a few hours due to the deterioration of his physical health condition. According to the head of Union of Male Hairdressers, Removal of eyebrows and tattoos are the red lines of the union, and if this happens in any unit, it will be shut down. Havera Ghazali, a political prisoner in the Mahabad prison, has not been sent to the hospital despite suffering from serious disease and urinary tract bleeding. The treatment of a political prisoner, Hossein Ronaghi, who has recently been transferred to Section 7 of the Evin prison, has been stopped.